Hey guys, I want to give a response to the Inside EVs article regarding the rust on my car. And when I did the video on the little rust spot on my car, I didn't think much of it. It's just a normal video. And I'd say maybe once every 6-8 weeks or so, Inside EVs or any one of these online magazines will pick up the video and it explodes. Well, that happened with my rust video. So it got so heated in the comments section that I disabled the comments. And but if you read the Inside EVs article, there's the normal Inside EVs, and then there's other people that pirate their articles and reprint them. And one of those articles, basically the author was accusing me of having an issue with my car related to previous accidents, and that I wasn't disclosing that. And so I wanted to address that, along with a number of comments that were made in the comments section, which again, I've disabled the comments, and because it was just getting insane. I police all the comments, I answer all of them in all of my videos, and it was just too much. It was insane. So I want to address this. Well, a couple of things. First off, yes, my car has been repaired by a body shop twice. However, what all of these trolls that bring this up and the writer of that article neglect to tell you guys, they accuse me of withholding information, but they're withholding information, or they're speaking out of turn without knowing what's going on. Yeah, 2 separate times my car has been bumped into, and I'll use the term bumped into because that's really all it was. The first one was the right rear quarter panel, right behind the rear wheel. Somebody had approached the rear of my car and changed lanes too close to the back of my car and nudged the right rear corner. I wasn't slammed into or anything like that. It was a nudge. In fact, I barely felt it. I heard it, and I felt the tiniest little push, but it didn't even affect the alignment of my car. It was a little bit of a crinkle or a crease line behind the back wheel of the car. And the second, well, and I'll see if I can find a picture of that and put it here in the video. The second issue that I had was I was parked in a customer's driveway. I pulled into the driveway, parked, was getting my paperwork together, and they were in the car ahead of me, just maybe 3 feet ahead of me. They didn't realize I pulled in, and they started to back up. They were just about 3 feet ahead of me, and I'm beeping, whoa, and I'm trying to put the car in reverse, and they bumped the nose of my car. Literally from 3 feet in front, they backed up, and I also with that, I really didn't feel anything. I don't know. It was a gentle nudge, and all it did was affect the paint on the nose of my car. So there's no way that was so gentle that there's no way that affected my fender at all. And the one at the right rear, again, I wasn't slammed into. There was no jarring of the car. It was a nudge. So these articles make it sound like my car has been wrecked twice. No, it has been gently touched at the nose and nudged at the rear. Very, very minor. The one commenter had said, well, the car's been repainted, and so this is the body shop's fault. They repainted the nose section and the right rear corner of my right rear quarter panel, and then they paint blended it into the rear bumper. Nothing was done with the left front fender. Now, a couple commenters made a good point that I really love and agree with, and that is that if 2 body panels are touching and you so much as hit a pothole, they're going to move, they're going to shift. Any railroad crossing would be 5 times more violent on the car than either of those minor nudges that I felt. So that spot has absolutely nothing to do with 2 previous wrecks. As I explained, they weren't wrecks. One was a little bit of a crinkle, a little crease thing behind my right rear wheel, and the other was the tiniest little nudge on the nose of my car. Also, if those panels weren't already touching, it wouldn't have been an issue, even if it was caused by an accident, which it wasn't. Also, all those comments are completely moot in that a number of people in the comments section had mentioned that they, since seeing my video, they ran out and looked and theirs is touching and they have rust on it too with no accidents. And, well, heaven forbid that the people writing these false articles would bring that up. They accuse me of lack of disclosure, but they're not disclosing the fact that that is actually becoming a known issue. I just happen to be the first one to bring it up. Also, a comment was made that I'm just looking for clicks and I'm just looking for videos. And I have one answer to that. Huh, it's a YouTube channel. Of course I'm looking for content. What a dumb comment. It's the stupidest comment in the world. The whole point to my channel is living with a normal guy, living with a Model 3 day to day. And that's exactly what I report on. And if you have an issue like that on your car, are you going to tell people about it? Yes. This happens to be my platform to speak. So that's what I'm speaking. That's how I'm speaking, is through my platform, the little YouTube channel that I have. So am I looking for views? Yeah, I absolutely am. Was it one person accused me of clickbait? How is that clickbait? It's a legitimate issue. I've also had people accuse me of two completely opposing things. I've had people accuse me of hating on Tesla because their cars must really suck because of that issue. No, I'm unhappy about it. That's true. I'd be unhappy about that with any newer car. And I've had other cars that I've had vaguely similar issues with. And I'm never happy about it. So I've had people accuse me of bashing on Tesla for that. And then I've had people on the other extreme accuse me of being a Tesla fanboy and I should be more upset about it. Well, which is it? You know, it is impossible to make anybody happy, or it's impossible to make everybody happy. Also, I've heard people tell me that you're making an impact when some people are very happy with you and other people are very unhappy with you, because everybody's going to have a difference of opinion, a difference of perspective. So basically, you're not doing your job in life of being an engaging person if no one's ever unhappy with you. So I don't mind getting negative comments. What I mind are the trolls that show up and make absolutely stupid comments like, well, this is why you should never buy a Tesla. They're just a bunch of garbage. Really? That comes from knowledge of you? That comes from you owning one and you've been driving it? If somebody owns a specific product, a Tesla or something else, and they've had nothing but bad problems with it, all right, well, you have the platform to speak. But the vast majority of negative comments when it comes to Tesla is coming from people that don't own one, would never own one, and have absolutely no idea what they're talking about. So that being said, what about all the pluses? Yesterday I drove nearly 630 miles in this car. It didn't cost me a cent. I used the charging network. I have a bunch of free charging on my account. It was awesome. You know, I was in autopilot nearly the entire way. Just letting autopilot, take over, just with a hand sitting there, and oh my goodness, it was awesome. I was in my car. I was on the road 11 hours yesterday. The greatest thing in the world. Car was reliable. It's great. So, but, trolls will find one negative and absolutely latch onto it and go berserk. So, to Inside EVs, I say, hopefully they'll see this video and I don't want to say print a retraction, but will add to their data that this has nothing to do with two wrecks. What do you mean two wrecks? One time that left a slight little crease dent in the right rear corner of my car, but I didn't really even hardly feel it. I heard it more than anything. And the nose was the slightest little push. I would really like to see them comment on that. I didn't bring it up in the video about the rust because honestly, I didn't even think about it. Wasn't on my mind in the slightest. So, I'm not withholding anything there. In fact, I think it would have made more interesting content had I remembered it and said, well, the car, you know, once the nose was bumped in a driveway, one time I was bumped from the rear. I wonder if this is a remnant of that, and maybe I should go back after one of the insurance companies and see if they'll take care of it. You know, it would have made, I think, even more interesting content. But again, I go back to that doesn't explain away a bunch of people in the comments section that have mentioned that their cars have the exact same issue. So that issue is because the fender is too close to the car. And I had one commenter mention something that I think is brilliant. He said, well, pretty much everybody that's commented mentions that it's always the driver's side fender and not the passenger side. Same with my car. Passenger side is nice and clear. There's a good gap there. And he mentioned that there's a screw going in this orientation on each side of the car, and he said the direction of tightening that screw is going to want to take the left fender and move it in, and the right fender and move it out in that clockwise tightening direction. So you are by nature going to see the driver's side panel move against the car and the passenger side one move away. I think that's brilliant. I think that explains why I think when the car was assembled, those screws were tightened down, and it just a couple millimeters of movement, it moved the right fender out and the left fender in, just enough to make that left fender touch. And just vibrations of using the car over the 55,000 miles I have, it wore through the paint. So I think that's the best explanation for it that I've heard so far. So I just wanted to sort of clear the air here. And I know I've uploaded a lot of videos lately, but there's been a lot of stuff to comment on. And so anyway, I hope you guys are more understanding of what's going on now. I'm not trying to hide anything. And am I trying to get content? Yep. Am I trying to get people to watch the channel? Yeah. Why would I have a channel if I don't want anyone to watch? But it's not like I caused a rust spot so I can get some views. I'm just reporting on my day-to-day experience with the car, and that's really all. Also, when I made this, there's a sidebar here, when I made this steering wheel, part of me making it was because I aim my camera right at the steering wheel, so you can see out the window, you can see the screen, and you can see my face all in one shot. So I literally put my head here and look at the camera to make sure I can see right into the lens, so that the steering wheel is the central point of the view of my videos, of the bulk of them anyway. And I wanted to make a cut top steering wheel to make it look like the sketches, the design sketches that Tesla released. But I also knew that it's something that people would see, and I knew that it would be a point of discussion. And every single video I've uploaded since the steering wheel, I've gotten a bunch of positive comments and 1 or 2 negatives. So, I know this video has nothing to do with my wheel, but every single video I put up now, I'll get 4 or 5 people, oh, dope steering wheel. Wow, the steering wheel's amazing. Hey, I just found your channel. That wheel's awesome. And then I get 1 or 2 people that go, that is the dumbest, ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I just wanted to address that and say, it's my car. I can do whatever I want with it. And I love it. If you own a Model 3, you know what I mean when you see the steering wheel kind of cutting into your view ahead. There's nothing else up here, so it's weird having the wheel in the way. And it's more of an EV thing, wanting to do this type of deal, but it's also a bit of a Formula 1 car thing. The Aston Martin Vulcan has a pretty much identical shaped wheel. And anyway, it's something I wanted to do. I still have a stock wheel. I can change it at any time back to stock. I've had a bunch of people offer to buy it from me. So it's a love it or hate it thing, and I get it. So if you like the wheel, fine. If you don't, it's not your car. I really don't care if you don't like it. So anyway, I know I'm a salty personality, but it is what it is. When you watch my channel, you get what you get. So I am who I am. Anyway, thanks everybody for supporting the channel. I appreciate it. I hope I'm not uploading too many videos. I had one comment that was just made on my ambassadors video that the guy's like, a few too many videos, dude. And I get it. I don't disagree with it. I've uploaded a lot of videos recently, but I've had people tell me they would love a video every single day, and I do about 2 videos for every 3 days, somewhere in that vicinity. And I found that that seems to be the sweet spot. If I do fewer than that, interest in the channel seems to wane and I lose subscribers. But I also know that there's only so much content I can cover, but a lot's been going on lately. So, in fact, I've got 5 or 6 videos worth of content that I'm just sitting on that I haven't uploaded because I've had a lot of videos. So I'm just waiting for an opportunity where I run out of new content and I can upload those videos. So anyway, I'm long-winded as usual. Thanks for watching, guys, and you have yourselves a wonderful day. Take it easy now.